there, I'm Lucille Greeff and I am one of the partners in Aephoria. Our Enneagram Twos are our supportive cheerleaders, the perspective of help and giving. Enneagram Twos really carry the motivation to be the kind of person that people like and accept and want in their lives. Many Enneagram Twos come from a lineage of people who were in service, and often in their childhoods there's this story of the way in which we show up in the world is to be there for others. That becomes part of their internal orientation and their identity. The fear of the Enneagram 2 is that if I focus too much on my own needs and who I am, then I will end up as a selfish person. And selfish people get rejected. People don't want to relate to selfish people. So there's this overcorrection that's part of the Enneagram 2 world that's about living through other people's needs and living for service of these needs while vilifying my own needs and suppressing my own needs in a big way. Enneagram 2s have superpowers in terms of picking up what other people need. It's like this radar that allows me to know what you're feeling and what you need from me. And then even before you're aware of those needs, I'm stepping in and I'm showing up for you. What I want in return is I want our relationship to be affirmed. And I also really like being appreciated. So many Enneagram 2s kind of lose the plot a little bit when they start feeling that people are taking them for granted, that their service is not being valued anymore. And then they can show up in ways that withdraws that care for a short period of time until they feel guilty and bad about it, and then I kind of overcommit and recommit into those relationships and being of service. Enneagram 2 leaders, some of the gifts that they bring, some of the strengths that they bring relate to relationships and building relational capital inside their teams. They know what's going on, they know what people need, they're the ones that want to celebrate significant milestones and events. They offer their help and their service to other team members and are sometimes willing to put their own tasks and their own priorities right at the back of the queue, which means that they're helping the team to be successful through the investment in the collective. Enneagram 2s also have a way of winning people over and can often be quite charming. And this can be really helpful when we need to influence key stakeholders and make things happen. Enneagram 2s make sure that things don't fall through the cracks because they're unpopular or unpleasant tasks that need doing. They're often the ones to put up their hands and to say, don't worry, I'll do this, I've got this. If we look at some of the developmental challenges of Enneagram 2s, part of what they can get stuck in is the process of overstepping boundaries. If I'm always helping others, and I have this radar that tells me what you need before you know what you need, I might get involved in places where people don't want or need my help. And that might not be great for relationships. In fact, some people say I feel manipulated by Enneagram 2s because you're in my space and things get really tricky if I tell you that I don't need your help here. Another big development challenge for Enneagram 2s is saying no, so maintaining my own boundaries. If I don't want to say no because I'm scared that saying no means that I would be in some way negatively impacting the relationship, then I'm going to keep saying yes, even when I'm actually out of fuel to keep going. This is where the experience of something like compassion fatigue comes from. And we know in many of our helping professions, people that need to give and give and give sometimes end up struggling to bring that same compassion that they need to bring simply because they don't have energy left to do that. And this is the double bind. If I'm in service of others and blind to my own needs, how will I properly invest in self-care? Enneagram 2s, you need to work on that inner self-talk that says anything that has to do with serving myself is selfish. You can only live your own life. As much as you care for others, you need to get in touch with what you need and tell yourself that it is okay to also take care of those needs. This will make such a radical difference and can transform not only your own energy levels, but also your relationship with others. Because this means that people don't need to help you know what you need. You can do that for yourself. Enneagram 2s also sometimes struggle, and this comes from pride, to receive the care that they so easily give to others. So maybe let that pride go and allow some of the care and support that others offer you into your life. Everyone and the whole system will feel healthier and more in balance when you start doing that. The journey from vice to virtue for Enneagram 2s is really from that pride that says, I can help you, but I don't need your help, and look how much they need me. From that place of pride into opening myself up to acceptance and to the humility that says, I'm just like everyone else. I also need to receive. I'm not just there to give all the time. So that journey from pride into humility is really heart opening. Now this might be hard for Enneagram 2s to hear because they often say, I am quite a humble person. Question is, do you accept what others offer you? Because from a place of humility, you would.